Welcome to week number 12 of my Survivor review, the Dirty Dozen. There's actually 12 of these things, believe it or not. And there's only going to be 2 more, so get them while they last. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the past week has been really productive for me. I got a lot of yard work done, I went to an open casting call in Atlantic City, New Jersey for Survivor, and I taught Lynn Spielman how to unfriend somebody on Facebook. Very productive week. What's that noise? Oh, that must be the rooster, Matt Quinlan. While I was at the open casting call, he tweeted me, "Good luck to my boy SurvivorTrev at Survivor Open Casting in New Jersey. He's there now. He'd make a great castaway. Tell him the rooster says so, Trev." Wow, I'm blown away, Matt. Thanks for the moral support, and I did tell him what the rooster said. Now, if any of you guys are interested, I have some pictures of the open casting call on my Facebook page. Just be forewarned, my Facebook page, it's a little anemic. I don't have time for it. But if you want to friend me, I'll friend you. We'll be Facebook friends. Check it out at SurvivorTrev. Also, I did some touts from the open casting call. So you can check me out on tout at, strangely enough, SurvivorTrev. Anyway, if you're a Survivor fan, you know that lately Jeff Probst has been snubbing the back row of survivors at the reunion show. He does this so we can hear horrible country music from an ex-survivor, comments from an NFL color commentator, and so we can hear from Boston Baby's parents. That's not cool, Jeff. In fact, these shorts are cooler than that. So basically what I'm saying is that the greatest third boot of all time needs a question from you, Jeff. Had things gone just a little bit differently, this guy would be in control of the game and not Kim. So if you guys agree with me, you need to tweet Jeff Probst at Jeff Probst and tell him he needs to ask the rooster a question at the reunion. Include hashtag Rooster Booster. In fact, I'm wearing my farm shirt right now in rooster solidarity. So enough of that. Let's get on to the show. So at the top of the show, we have a recap as always. But this one culminates with Troyzan telling Kat, "Do it." Now this could be a pivotal wake-up call for any normal player. Unfortunately, in this case, it's like the President of the United States handing over the nuclear codes to a janitor. Kat's like, What are these numbers? Are they lottery numbers? I hate math. Troyzan, do what? What are you talking? So what's Kat gonna do? Is she gonna turn this game on its head? Or is she going to implode? I don't know. Let's find out. So we join up with the survivors back at camp after Tribal Council. And Alicia is talking trash again. Surprise, surprise. She goes on to say that anytime Christina opens her mouth, she shows how dumb she is. Well, that's funny, Alicia, because anytime you open your mouth, you show how low rent you are. But none of that's important. What is important is that Alicia thinks that she's in control of this game, and she wants Sabrina gone next. Now, is this foreshadowing that Alicia is going to be the one to get rid of Kim? Or is it just idle ramblings from a crazy person? I don't know. We'll find out. Probably next week. So up next is the reward challenge. But this is no ordinary reward challenge. This one is with the loved ones. So this is when we find out that Troyzan has been married for 30 years. 30 years. So that tells us one thing. There's been a lot of cheating in that relationship. And apparently, Troyzan, he's shooting blanks because he has no kids. Which is a crime because those genetics need to be passed down for the entertainment of future generations. Now before we get to meet the loved ones, Troyzan says that he can feel his wife's spirit on the island. Which right away makes me panic because I'm thinking, oh my God, she died in transit like a parakeet or something. Fortunately, she's alive and well and we get to meet all the loved ones. Now since Troyzan's a plastic surgeon, you might think his wife looks like this. But she doesn't. She looks like a normal older woman. As you might expect, Kim's sister is attractive. Christina's dad has some health issues, but you'd never know it by looking at him. Sabrina's brother's a big dude. Alicia has a sister named Letitia, or should it be Leticia? I don't know. But what I do know is that they really don't look alike. So I'm guessing different fathers. When Chelsea meets up with her dad, he says, "Wow, you're really tanned." To which she replies, "Dad, it's not a tan, it's dirt." Really, Chelsea? Really? Are you sure it's not poop? So last but not least, we have Kat and her cousin. And Kat gets so excited she gets on all fours. Now normally, that would be a good thing, but this is really disturbing. So the survivors get quantumly entangled with their loved ones. Well, not really, but they have to be tied to their loved ones to compete in the challenge. And when it's all said and done, Kat wins the challenge. So maybe she's taking Troyzan's advice. She's doing it. So Kat can't wait to get drunk. She invites Kim and Alicia to come with her on the reward, so they all get to spend time with their loved ones on the beach and have a feast. So at the reward feast, Kim pulls her sister over to the side and pretty much just spills her guts to her. She's starting to think that taking Kat and Alicia to the end of this game is the best way to go. She says no one's going to want to give Kat the $1 million because it's going to ruin her life. And Alicia is delusional. Which makes me think, wow, this girl is sharp. Everything she said so far is spot on. So back at camp, everybody wants Kat's head on a platter. They're tired of her. So up next we have the immunity challenge. Now as you can see here, this is an endurance challenge. You hold a rope behind your back and you stand on a log. And then Jeff Probst gets cranky. Yeah, well, he cranks this crank and it increases the size of the rope or the length of the rope, and you just lean further and further forward until you fall off. Now right out of the gate I'm thinking that Tarzan's going to be the first to fall off, but he impresses me, he's not. Sabrina's the first to come off. Tarzan is second. Then Alicia falls off, Chelsea falls off, and Christina falls off. So we're down to Kim and Kat. Now Kim has decided that she's going to win every immunity that's left in the game. That way no one can vote her out. Which is a great strategy if you can pull it off. If you can't pull it off, you're putting a huge target on your back. So when it's all said and done, Kim wins immunity again, and Kat is pissed. She starts to pout. She's like, "Kim wins everything. Why can't I win something?" So the survivors go back to camp after the challenge, and Kat is pissed. She's pissed at Kim. How could Kim, a woman in the twilight of her life, someone who collects Social Security checks and is due for a hip replacement next week, what is she, like 28 years old? That Kim is an old hag. How could an old hag like that beat a 22-year-old in the prime of her life? I don't know. Maybe the challenge was rigged. Maybe the game is flawed. I don't know what these old people are thinking playing Survivor. I mean, they can play if they want, but they gotta play like Tarzan. They have to be feeble and befuddled. They shouldn't be winning challenges. I mean, 28 should be in a wheelchair or in crutches, watching Wheel of Fortune or something. Anyway, the girls and Tarzan have to decide who's going home next. Now, Kim surprisingly wants to vote out Sabrina. Alicia, on the other hand, wants to vote out Kat. And this is because Alicia was impressed with Kat's performance in the immunity challenge and doesn't want to have to deal with a threat. So does that mean that Alicia also wants Kim gone in the future? I don't know. So who gets the boot? Let's go to Tribal and find out. So all the survivors are seated and the jurors walk in.
Jay's like, a dang-a-dang.
Troyzan, on the other hand, he comes in there and he's like, now he's a jury member, so he can't say anything. But you know on the inside he's like, these girls are like real-life girls. They take your hopes and your dreams and they squash it in the mud. But again, he's a jury member, so he's got to keep that monologue internalized. So the majority of this tribal council centers around Kat, and she explains why she chose who she chose to join her on the reward feast. She says, don't worry, it wasn't strategy. I just like Kim and Alicia better than I like you guys. If I was thinking strategically, I would have brought one of you losers with me, but I just went with my heart because I really like these girls. You see, Kat wanted to have a great time on the reward. So was she going to bring Tarzan and his wife? Hell no. How about Christina and her dad? Double hell no. Sabrina and her brother? Pfft, we're voting out Sabrina tonight. She can go visit him all she wants tonight. How about Chelsea and her dad? Two dog to the hell no? I want me some fun. Kat says that blindsides are fun and exciting. So on that note, let Jeff tally the votes, and let's see who's getting the boot. Woo! Yeah, Kat, yeah, it's exciting, it's fun, right? Kat, why are you crying? Oh, I get it. Happy tears, right? I gotcha. Yeah, I'm crying too, but on the inside, not on the outside. Let's get a drink, come on, it's party time. We know Mike's happy, because that's all he talks about at Ponderosa.
Too many guys here. Hope a girl gets voted out. Too many guys here.
In fact, that's all he says at Ponderosa.
Too many guys here. Hope a girl gets voted out next. I look a lot like Carson Daly, don't I?
So before we wrap this thing up, let's check Twitter and see what's going on over there. The Specialist, Philip Shepard, and Dawn Meehan retweeted the link to my show last week. That's 2 weeks in a row. Thank you again. Survivor Holly Hoffman tweets, "Thank you. I enjoyed watching this." You're welcome, Holly. Thanks for watching. Johnny Fairplay tweets, "SurvivorTrev, what season were you on?" Whoa, Johnny Fairplay is still alive? And now he's the Twitter handle police. Isn't that what Gary Coleman did before he died? Oh no, he's a mall cop. Same thing. My boy Troyzan writes, "Once again, SurvivorTrev kills it. Reviews are better and better each week. The J voice made it back. Effing hilarious." Troyzan, I miss you in this game, but at least you're on the jury and still an integral part of this game. So I'm really looking forward to your jury speech in a little over a week. And last but not least, the Korean goddess Christina Cha tweets, "I always look forward to SurvivorTrev's Survivor One World review." I say it week after week, but thank you, Christina. Now get better. You have a finale in 10 days. As it turns out, Christina Cha is a little under the weather, and she's on antibiotics. So what you need to do is send her a get well wish on Twitter. Also, you need to hit the subscribe button right up here. And while you're at it, follow me on Twitter at SurvivorTrev. You can friend me on Facebook at SurvivorTrev. And you can follow me on Tout at SurvivorTrev. So thank you for watching. I want to thank Richie Hero, Mikey Plotz, and Sweating Bullets, and anybody who retweeted the link to this show or posted it on Facebook. I also want to thank all of my Facebook friends. So that's it. I gotta go. I'll see you guys next week.